y'all want another video? Oh, y'all want another video?
Oh, baby. Oh, listen, I do apologize for the snore, but this episode was a little snooze fest for me, in my opinion. But hey, it's your boy Matty Rants here for another installment of the shuckery, duckery, and muckery of it all. We're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 3, Episode 7, the longest title ever that I'm not going to read until it gets down to that point in my notes, because I, like Kennedy tonight, had issues saying it over and over again. I was like, girl, who put that together? It's like 5 movies, 7, maybe 6, I don't know. But anywho, Jamar84 is not here. For those who know, I've been traveling this whole week. It's been a crazy one for me. We'll definitely try to get together for the finale of All-Stars 3. If not that, for sure, season 10, me and him are gonna do that, as well as Housewives of Potomac. We're working on that too, and another little series that we're gonna work on for the weekend. So yay, more stuff with me and Jamar. So send him some love when you see him on whatever his social media pages are, which is Jamar84 everywhere. I don't know why I said on whatever they are, I know what they are. And be sure to follow me at Matty Rants on Instagram, on Facebook, and at the Matty Rants on Twitter. Let's get into tonight's episode. Girl, okay, get this. Listen, okay, no shade, but let's get this over with. I'm ready for season 10. Personally. I'm like, Rue, I love you, girl, but it's like Crown. I want to say their names, but I feel like everyone's going to attack me going, girl, you said her. Crown either Trixie or Shangela at this point, because it's not going to be Bebe and it's not going to be Kennedy. And I love them both to death, but seriously. But the girls are a little shook when they walk into the workroom and they see that, you know, Ben's wonderful note of, girls, it's okay. This is the best for me. You know, no zippity do why, none of that. But, you know, it's, you know, bye. And some of them are feeling a little shook. You know, Kennedy has something to say. Well, Kennedy always has something to say when it comes to stuff like that. But she was just like, girl, I mean, I can get where you're coming from, but this could be another play for Miss Congeniality. Shangela piggybacked on that one as well. And at the same time, if you're gonna go, bye. You know what I'm saying? This is a competition. $100,000 is on the line. The girls came to play. So we're gonna miss you, Ben, because you were clearly the front runner of this entire season. Like, there's no doubt about it. But at the same time, I want someone who's gonna stay in the competition and kick butt the entire way through. So ladies, for the rest of you there, go for the gold, okay? Now, they sit down, good old Bebe Zahara Benet, and they ask her, hey, Bebe, who did you pick to come back and who did you pick to go home? Well, ladies, I don't want to say who it is out of respect for Ben's decision, and I would like to not bring it up again further. So you're telling me, Zatarans, Bebe Zahara Benet, that you, girl, feel that, oh, I don't need to talk about this no more, but we've gone through several episodes, including the last season of All-Stars 2, where the girls always told us what their pick would be, who it was gonna be the person. And it's kind of helped the viewers go, oh, well, that's where the decision was at. We could have agreed with her, we could have disagreed with her, either way. But we were shafted of that moment, and I wasn't feeling that little duckery from her. I was like, girl, now what the but was that? Like, what was that about? For real. What did y'all think of that? Like, that to me was a little, okay. And she kept looking at the camera like, blink, blink, okay. Blink, blink, okay. Cue somebody telling me Matthew's coming for Bebe. Listen, I'm not coming for Bebe, but that was some bull. Be real about it. Everybody's done it. Even Trixie said, well, girl, we all did it every episode, so what's the problem now? She's not a fool. If she had said something about anybody or saying, I felt she should have gone home and I would have brought this girl back, say it wasn't Morgan, say it was Kennedy or, you know, whoever else was in the bottom, Shangela, Trixie, however they want to go. Say it was one of them. Now, you know good and well that would have painted a target on her back. So it is smart, I get that. But at the same time, you robbed me of that moment, Bebe, and I feel some kind of way. which leads to shade later on where she is picked for the queen character, and I thought that was kind of funny. Well, why was it me? But I'll get there in just a moment. Now, Rupaul comes in, but not with some political backing from Miss Nancy Pelosi. Bravo, Miss Thing, for showing up there in a wonderful demure outfit, not too much, definitely for the House of Representatives, for sure. Nancy gives them a little bit of, a pat on the back, or I guess, you're doing a great job from a political standpoint. Not really, but I just like to use that with her because she's in politics. But yeah, Nancy comes in, gives us a little, age-appropriate outfit look, and we're all good for it, okay? Resist, all that good stuff. And then we're told about what the challenge is for the longest title for a movie ever to not be created. And that title is, look, I have to pull up my notes here and read this for you kids. It is My Best Squirrelfriends, looking down, Dragmaids Wedding Trip. My Best Squirrelfriends Dragmaids Wedding Trip. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's a... Kennedy had a horrible time saying it, which was great for my entertainment and probably for everybody else, but I was like, golly. Okay, so the joke is all of these movies put into one, the girls have to play. So the characters go from Sharon Brockovich, which is, of course, Erin Brockovich. If you haven't seen the movie, do it. Some people don't really like Julia Roberts, but I'm a fan of some of her work, like Stepmom. Oh, she was great in that, but I can go on. Then there's the Queen. And then we have Actavia, which is a play on Octavia Spencer in Activia. Jamie Lee Curtis, someone insert her right now, giving us a good commercial about being healthy with our digestive system and making sure we can poop properly. Then we have Beige Swan, because why I gotta be beige? Why I gotta be black? The joke goes on. And then we have La La Land. Okay, right. We're all aware of movies here. So Morgan McMicheals, because she's brought back, is then presented with the task of assigning the girls the roles. And everyone sort of chimes in and says what they want. I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. Shangela points out it's a very important challenge to win, and she's not lying because this is right before the Final Four. You want to have that great impression going into something like that. Now, everyone is heard specifically with what they wanted to have, except for Trixie, who ended up with Sharon Frockovich. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Trixie's like, really, girl? How you gonna do me like that? But to be honest, I thought Trixie would be great as Sharon Frockovich from the moment they described the character. And Morgan gave herself Beige Swan. Kennedy was given Lala. Shangela, of course, was given Actavia. And Bebe was given the Queen. Now, Bebe felt a little shade, though, because they all were like, oh, that's fitting for her. And she's like, what are they talking about? I didn't understand. I felt like someone, please, just clip in Milk and Alexis Michelle both having conversations about not understanding why people feel the way they do. Delusion. It's contagious this year, people. Very contagious. Now, as far as the show and how tonight went, I don't know if y'all can agree with me on this here, but I felt like they rushed the entire episode. Like there had to be way more given for what the girls were doing with the challenge as well as the runway. They went through that runway so quickly. It irked my soul. I was like, come on now. Come on, people. I just want to enjoy. I want to hear their whole, I picked this outfit because of this, and I'm fierce because of this. I wanted that moment, and I was robbed of that tonight. Anywho, here's a run through on how everyone did. Shangela did pretty good. It's Shangela. It's an acting challenge. The girl has got it. Trixie was great too. Trixie was pretty good. Yeah, Trixie was really good. Like, again, Trixie's like, oh, I didn't want this character, but girl, you slayed it. Kennedy was doing stuff. That's the best way I can put it. She was not bad, but it wasn't like horrible. It was just kind of like, okay. One note, Bebe, same thing. She was just dry and moo and all that type of stuff. Moo. It was a lot of that. And I was like, girl, please, come on now. Pick it up, sis. You didn't have to play that role. Well, yes, you did. It was okay. I was like, okay, Beebs. All right, Beebs. I'm going to start calling her that. I was just like, okay, Beebs. I see you, baby. But no. And then Morgan McMicheals, God bless her soul. Baby, what was that? Why was she, girl, did she really just stroll on in silently and didn't say anything? Like it literally was, she just, I didn't get it. Then Ross tries to tell her she needs to do something, like make a noise or something like that. To which Morgan replied, well, you know, swans make this noise. She gave like the technicality of what they do, like whack, whack. I was like, wait. Oh, bless her heart, baby. She just got back. Honey, I hope you didn't like unpack your bags. No. It wasn't cute. It was a little sad. Yeah, it was a little sad. I was like, okay, so they're just setting this up for her to be the one to go home, basically. But yeah, they ran through it really quickly. I didn't get a chance to like see them do any more, you know. I felt a little shafted by this challenge. See what I did there? Okay. All right. Now, we get back to the workroom. The girls are, of course, having their moment. They're like, okay, let's start to paint and talk about things that we feel. And Trixie feels some kind of way about how she acted towards Adam. And like sometimes her humor can come off as very rude or condescending and something to the effect of not personable, you know. Now, Morgan kind of read her a little bit, but not really. But it was like, girl, let me tell you, I've seen you in the back. I've seen you before at stages and shows and doing all that type of jizz jazz and all the rest of it. And Morgan has basically said, girl, you do come off grand. And that is something I've heard about from Trixie too, but to the same effect, Trixie also has this infectious nature about herself that you like her more when she's rolling solo or if she has one person to play off of. If it's like a whole group of people, it's really hard to get into that Trixie Mattel type of, you know, atmosphere of where her comedy does best. That's my personal opinion. I'm, again, not hating on Trixie, but when the whole thing, when the comment was said, I was like, yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Now, when Shangela calls Bebe bougie, and Bebe's like, really, girl, you feel that way? Oh, no, I'm a real comedian. I was like, girl, let's remind ourselves how she walked into the workroom, first day, All-Stars 3. Hello, mother, children. Oh, I'm going to read. It is her persona. She's very regal and very, you know, prim and proper, but I'm sure she's a hoot too. But again, how can these girls not see themselves half the time? Matthew, you're the same way. I can be sometimes. True that, but then I always step back and I look at myself again. Oh, I'm sorry, conversation with myself. It was necessary. And sometimes it's good to do that, but not crazy. Okay, so yeah. Now Kennedy brings up how she felt on season 7, and of course Trixie knew what she was talking about. You know, a lot of people didn't like Kennedy in season 7. They were like, she was so mean and nasty and rude. Well, because she was coming for favorites like Pearl and like Violet and like Trixie. And she was basically stating her honest opinion on certain things, or she came off a little bit rude or nasty, and fans took that to heart. Versus, girl, she's just a little crabby. But no, they took it like that's her all the time, every day, always. And that hurt Kennedy with her career when it came to season 7. Now, as time went on, we found out Kennedy is an excellent performer. She's great when you meet her in person. She's a good peach. And people were excited to see her on All-Stars 3, especially since Chi-Chi was on there, because we felt like we were getting a lip sync that we were robbed of. We were robbed. Robbed, everyone. I felt robbed. I still feel a little upset in the stomach, possibly Pepto-Bismol diarrhea. But again, Kennedy is just trying to change that perception that she was given, because, you know, not everybody is who they were a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years ago. Everyone changes. That's called growing up. That's called looking at yourself and realizing who you are and just exactly what really is special about you, and not trying to personify the things that you're always upset about. Like, who does that? Ooh, girl, I can't wait. She did it. She does it. They do it. Okay, I'm waiting for it. Go ahead and get it together, children. But listen, we get to the runway. That was so quick. I promise you, I was taking notes as the runway was going and put my head down, went right back up, and I'm on commercial break. I was like, well, girl, I didn't get to see nobody. Sum up how they looked. This runway theme was red for Filth. Alaska, there goes another plug. Now, Bebe, that was high fashion, that was sickening. I was like, girl, shut me up, because I was talking about you this whole episode, but you came in on she came in on that runway. She came in on that runway. Admit that, Miss Thing. She came out there with the full mask. I wanted to see her remove it on stage, but again, they gave us the quick little whoop-de-whoop. So, pissed about that. Now, Kennedy gave you pageant perfection. Miss Thing gave you evening gown down. Like, do, like, play the music. Miss Kennedy Davenport from Dallas, Texas, is here in a red beaded gown number that hits the floor. Her hair is provided by makeup done. She enjoys this moment and feels that with her title as Miss Gay Universe, that she will make, like, it was all that. It was all that. And Morgan gave you Scottish confection queen. It was good. I wasn't mad about it. And her makeup was beat, hair was right. I was like, everybody's doing good on the runway. But when Miss Shangela, Laquifa, Watley, Shanji, Angie, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, came out in that Club Kid number, it gave me vivacious tease. It gave me all the things I wanted and needed from a Club Kid number. If there was a Club Kid challenge, like how they did for season 9, Miss Thing, if she came out in that, oh my God, it would have been winner, chicken dinner. Completely. Shangela, sickening. Oh, I want to know what Roger's going to say about that when they do the whole little fashion photo review, because I need her to give that nothing but a toot. I'm telling you. And then Trixie came out in this really cute, like she did she did the pie girl, the nympho math girl, the last episode. And it's almost like playing back into this schoolhouse type of crap where she has books on top of her head with an apple. The outfit was cute. Makeup was right. Well, for Trixie, the makeup was right. It was a good look. Everybody came with a decent, great look. Now, I don't agree with how they did Kennedy on the runway when they said that her highlighter was too strong. That's all I'm seeing, because I was like, Miss Thing, did you not see Trixie's face? Have you not looked at the other girls? That ain't the only thing. I feel like they're nitpicking her a little bit. And they do that with other girls too, I feel like. They just nitpick. Like, it wasn't that deep, in my opinion. But I'm just saying. Now, the movie played. And when I tell you, I was like, okay. Trixie and Shangela saved it. Everybody else was a snooze. Yeah. It was obvious who the top 2 was going to be. The movie was, girl. Again, Morgan came out like, and then she started, what was it? Quack, quack? What did she do? I was like, what is she doing? What? It was horrible. Morgan, it was horrible. It was horrible, in my opinion. Kennedy looked like, what? Kennedy basically was channeling Ben de la Creme's entrance for every season she's been in. Hey, everybody. Wow. Like, I thought to myself, okay, well, there goes Ben de la Creme. Kennedy Davenport doing us a Ben de la Creme favor. That's how I felt about it. That's all I got from it. I was like, girl, there you go. But then Bebe was, it was just, no. Shangela's jokes landed. She was always on time. She knows how to flow with the script. Trixie did the same thing. When she had that baby doll brush her bang, I was dead. I said, you know what? Those are your 2 winners. And sure enough, those were our 2 winners for tonight. Shangela and Trixie in the top 2. If you are not called into the top, you are automatically in the bottom. Now, here's me. This is me. If I was Shangela or Trixie, there's Kennedy, who's been in the bottom 3 times now, has won a challenge and won a lip sync. You have Bebe, who has been in the top twice and has won one of her lip syncs and did not win the other one due to her little Boosie fade mess up moment from last week, because that was still some bull. Like, you literally pulled it off your head and it was just a bad edge up. No, ma'am. And then you got Morgan, who literally was let go the first episode, just came back. There is nothing on her belt to say she should be there besides her being Morgan McMicheals and her getting all them girls' jobs at Mickey's. But it's easy for me. I'd pick Morgan to go home, but if I wanted to be petty, I'd send Bebe home. You already won. You don't need to be here. Goodbye. If I was being petty about it. Now, if I was being, if we want to just go there, we could send Kennedy home just because last week that should have happened. But, based on the numbers, I don't know. You could look at it so many different ways. But for me, I would send Morgan home. The girls go in the back. And so, girl, I could not believe that Bebe was like, who is Ornacia? So, in Shangela's words. So basically, you won your season and you just stopped watching the show. Was that Trixie or Shangela? It was either of them, but they were just like, so she just won and she didn't need to watch anymore. I was like, girl, come on. Come on, Miss Sahara. And then Kennedy, girl, they gonna turn you into a Mimi. God bless her. God bless you, Kennedy Davenport. That was one of the funniest moments ever on the show, but it is a meme, sis, and that was cute. They had a good little light little laugh. Okay, girl, let's talk. Because at this point, it's kind of like, I mean, send who you need to send home. We're at the top. We're almost at the top 4. It's getting to this level. We just needed to go ahead and take it there. Now, one thing I found interesting was Shangela's like, I'm not sending Kennedy home. And I felt that a little bit in my spirit. I said, of course not. That's your good Judy. She would have had your back at any time that you would have been in the bottom. You're not going to send home one of your, basically, your loyal friends. You're not going to send them home. So it's between Bebe and Morgan. Bebe's been safe this entire time. Bebe feels like she's not in any trouble. She's like, honey, my track record is the best out of all of these girls, so I'm not going anywhere. And it is. So I can see where that cockiness would come from. And Morgan coming in here, I'm like, well, girl, you're about to fall into that curse again because, bitch, you in the bottom. The lip sync comes up and Trixie was snatched in that bodysuit. The wig was, a kimchi kind of look for me. I was like, I'm used to that wig by now. But then we go to Shangela looking like Medea. And I was nervous, everybody, because to me, Shangela is doing the Sasha Velour of it all and having a lot of tricks up her sleeve. So I didn't know where she was going with the look itself. I thought she was going to strip out and from Medea to a big girl to something else. But girl, let me tell y'all something. When Freaky Money started playing by Rupaul, I was like, oh. Now, if they had Chi-Chi in there, she'd have shook down. It'd have been some bounce, shake down music. It'd have been a little wop, 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 but we didn't get that. What we got was pure entertainment from Shangela when she ripped off that muumuu and she gave us the big girl with the tit. It was great. She was bucking down. She was cutting up. She done took off the bra and gave us nothing but tassels. Shangela is a performer through and through. Now, Trixie, you said it yourself. You are not known to be a lip sync assassin, and that has been the truth for you this entire season and your season on season 7. You're hilarious, but you're not the lip sync girl. Not in this case, at least, unless it's like a mega mix of something put together where they insert like movie clips and monologues, like how Bob does. Oh, I love when they do that. Those are my favorite type of lip sync shows to go to, where it's the music and then it's a clip in from some movie like Mommy Dearest or some crazy stuff like that. So, yeah, we all know how that was gonna go down. Trixie, sorry girl, but it was Shangela's win. And Shangela chose Morgan to go home. You catch that shade from Morgan when she said, oh girl, I'm not Fifi, I hug everybody. Oh, Morgan, we will miss that catty shade queen that you are, Miss Thing. That was perfect. It was like, oh, fatality, and she not even here. Girl, the finale is next week. I don't know what else to say. Personally, I'm ready for season 10. Because did you see that trailer? Oh. Did y'all see that trailer for season 10? I'm going to talk about that for just a quick moment. Mayhem Miller looked so good, and every time they showed her, they had Aquaria falling at one point, and then she had this blue outfit that was kind of cute. I really liked Blair St. Clair. I let her have it a little bit when we did the Meet the Queens video with me and Jamar, but that dress she wore in the runway was everything. All of them look good. All of them look good. This looks like it's gonna be a promising season for season 10, and I feel like they already knew how All Stars 3 was gonna play towards the end, and they were like, we just need to rush this season 10 out for the kids because they may start to get bored. I was bored tonight a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I thought this episode of All Stars 3 was a little bit of a snooze fest. I started off this video with and I meant it, but I'm so ready for season 10, and I'm ready for them to just crown whoever to be the winner of All Stars 3. Who do you think should win All Stars 3? Tell me down below. Is it Shangela? Is it Trixie? Is it Kennedy? Or is it Bebe? Between those four, who do you think deserves the crown after all these episodes? Not because they're your favorite. Who do you think deserves the crown? Hear me on that, because a lot of you get that twisted where it's like, well, I love her so much. Baby, who deserves it through the entire competition, how they did everything, how everything came to play. Even though sometimes I felt like the judges were playing favorites, and sometimes I feel like the girls were set up, and other times we could say it was the edit, but really, tell me how you feel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry this was such, thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry this was such a short video, but you know how it goes, kids. We really didn't have a lot to talk about tonight. They ran through the whole episode. But the finale has all the girls coming back, which you saw a little clip from. And honey, I wonder how that is gonna go down. As well as, girl, just get me to season 10, sorry. I love All Stars, but yeah, the drama factor's gone now. I don't know what else to look forward to besides who they're gonna crown, and I'm ready for that new workroom, that new runway, and just new. So thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Sending you all my love, and child, y'all have a good day, good night, or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. Bye, y'all.